kills the
It's
music.
my 25th birthday, Scar. Can I get you to sing happy birthday to me, D?
Matt King, here we go. Wait, do I remember how to sing happy birthday? I'm not much of a singer, so here we go. Let's all sing together here. Let's get some birthday hype in the chat for Matt King. Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Yeah, that's the right way of doing it. Okay, all right, I had to remember. It's a thing. I forget things. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Matt King. There we go. There we go. That's the best I can do. It's a good effort, I feel. It's a good effort. Matt King, thank you so much for the bits. I'm a dodging. I'm a weaving. Welcome to the stream. First lady, welcome. And did I see? Hold on. Let me move the chat up here a little bit. Let me move here. Something got away. Mazadula, welcome to the stream. Welcome. All right. Here we go. Look at Scarlandia. Look at that. It's just beautiful. It's amazing. All right, here we go. So, as like a yesterday, we, what can I, oh, no. Oh, jeez. I'm trying to eat, not shoot fireworks. I'm trying to eat. Okay, like I was trying to say before, I couldn't fly, and it threw me all off. Now I can't even jump. Got no jump ability. Okay, there we go. Nah, it feels better. Now we're up in the air. Daddy77 Gaming, welcome to the stream. Welcome. So, I'm going to put it out to you guys once again. There's so many things to do here in the wonderful worlds of Hermits and Crafting. So, I'm going to put it out to you guys. What do you want to do? Okay, so here we go. We can work on the landscaping, so these big green pads, we can, start adding trees and things along those lines to this area. All right, so that is a choice of number one. And choice number two is start to build our tunnels into the mountains, right? So we kind of take the theme similar to what no skyscraper yet, Augie. I'm working on it. So we take the design that's down here below us that we're flying over, and we try to translate that into these mountains ahead. So that's an option. That is definitely an option.
How is Scar's Sunday going today?
Gem Songs, welcome to the stream. Welcome, and thank you for the bits. I'm a dodging, I'm a weaving. It's going pretty good. I started off like super sleepy Scar. Like I was just like, but eventually, I'm like, I was committed. I was like, I'm gonna stream. I want to stream, and I'm not gonna let this sleepy take me down. No, didn't let it take me down, not at all. We persevered. So yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Looking forward to streaming. And Gems, I hope you're doing awesome. And thank you so much for the bits. It is very much appreciated, my friend. And okay, so the tunnel, right? That's an option. The nether tunnel, let's call the nether street. We'll call it the nether street. Okay, so we don't confuse the two. Yeah. Actually, it makes more sense to call it the nether tunnel, and these are the streets, but that's okay. Dyslexia, it's fine. It's okay. Opposite day. Okay, so nether street, so that's an option. And the community build. There's some stuff to do with the community build. You guys got a huge option over there. Choose what you guys want. Community, tunnel, street, landscape. Bam! Hit it in the chat. Pranks. No, we have done pranks. We've done pranks for a while. That was a 2-day prank on Iskall. We're taking a break from pranks for a bit. Even though that has to be like one of the best pranks we did as Vex this season. Just the way it unfolded, just absolutely awesome. All right, let me check what we got here. Community tunnels, community. Oh my gosh, it's so mixed. This is what happens when you give people so many options. I've seen a lot of landscape. How about this? My friends? How about this? We work a little bit on the landscape just to kind of get a feel for things today, right? And then from there, we go work on some other things. I'm just kind of in the mood for a little bit of landscaping, and I agree with y'all. I agree, my friends. Let's see what we got in our inventory. Oh my. Ooh, boy. Just get rid of it. I don't need you either. I didn't know that I left all this in my inventory. Let's just put that right there. And let's just put that right there. Just throw that right over there. Put these guys inside here. Boom, bam, bomb. And that's empty. Throw those in there for now. Perfect. There we go. We're all good. All organized. All good for the day. Look at that. There we go. Perfect. All right. So I'm kind of in the mood for a tree. I know you guys, there's quite a few people yesterday that was asking me about trees, and why don't we just make a tree together? And I'll kind of just show you instead of tell you, which, at least for me, like I'm a very visual learner. Like I like to see, and like when I'm seeing something, I can kind of like vision how all the components work together. Certain things it's actually better to read, but for the most part, when I look at things, it's like, it's easier. I'm like very visual, very art. Yeah, that's the way I roll. Okay, I'm gonna build a tree. Let's do it. Yeah, tree time. Ooh, tree time. So the trees that we need to add are over on this bank here. So let's actually take a quick fly together here. Let's take a quick fly. There we go, there we go. Looping around. So this bank, see this design that we're creating all along here? We need to continue that all the way down here. So that's what I've been working on off camera. And you know, surprisingly, I tried to open up a little bit. I tried to open up a little bit to flowers. You know, in the past, I've been a little bit rude to flowers. Whenever a flower appears, I usually knock it out. But I thought for fun, we could put a few flowers here and there. And you know, I kind of like it. I think it breaks up the design just a little bit. I'm just going to turn down the music just ever so smidge. There we go. So I'm kind of loving it. I kind of like seeing it. I think the color gives it a nice little pop. And then, of course, in the city, no flowers. It's not a flower city. Except for the blue and the white flowers, I guess. Well, I guess it is a flower city. Never mind. Never mind. It's not the community area. It's Hermit Hollows. You're right. You're right. I know. I should call it the right name. I'm just used to calling it that for so long. Trying to watch Scar, but my cat sits right in front of my face. Oh, cats these days. Cats these days. It's just impossible. It's why we can't have nice things. It's why we can't have nice things. So we're currently, let's talk about Jelly. Let's talk about my cat. Yeah, I'm talking about you. So Jelly's over there. So Jelly, I've told you guys this before. Jelly got really like hung up over food, like just crazy cat. And she decided to like really make an effort to try to get fed at around 2 to 4. Like 2 to 4, that's where she preferred to like start her process. And she would wreak havoc. So what we thought would be a great idea is what if we try to reset her a little bit? Because sometimes when she gets like really on like a weird food kick, like if we go on a vacation, like she just kind of forgets about it and it's all good. So we thought like, okay, we're going to put her cat box, give her a bed and a toy and a little snack, and put her up in my like old bedroom that was upstairs in the lands of forgottenness. And so we put her up there, right? We put her up there, and she's been up there for like 2-3 months or more now. And you know, like eventually she got like really into it. So like when it was time to put her upstairs, she would run up there as fast as she could because yeah, she knew she was gonna get a little snacked if she went up there. And she goes up there, she does her thing, and in the morning she runs out to get her food. And so we thought, okay, maybe it's time to transition out. You know, maybe it's time for Jilly to transition out. Maybe she's got herself reset that she eats at 12, 11-ish or whatever, and she eats like at like 6, 7 in the morning or whatever. It didn't work out. Oh, it didn't work out. Oh boy, when she got out of that room, she was wreaking havoc, I'll tell you that. She was wreaking havoc. She was running around, meowing. She just causing a ruckus everywhere she could imagine. So it's just a disaster. But as of last night, she only meowed at my door for maybe like 2 hours. So that's an improvement. I'll tell you that. That's an improvement, a markable improvement. So if we could just get her to calm down a little bit. That cat. She just wreaks havoc, she does. But we still like her. We like her. She's a good cat. An important cat, actually. Very important. So that's Jelly. Allied Animal, welcome to the stream. Welcome, Silver. I see you there. Hello there, Silver. Crocodile Kitten, welcome. There we go. Oh, Chocolate Kitten. I think I said crocodile. You know, I'm mispronouncing words. It's service I provide. But yeah, it's just, yeah, oh yeah, only 2 hours. It's totally fine. It's totally fine. Because if she can contain herself and just like sleep on my bed like she always used to do for years and years, that'll be fine. She's like a kitten again, in a way. Woo, there we go. See that little acrobatic move there? I like it. I like it a lot. Let's see. Watch the Vex prank vids today. You guys are so good. Well, I appreciate that very much. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. You know, I'm really glad. You know, it was Cub's idea to do the unfolding of the prank, and I thought that was really good because originally, like, we were gonna build the the reactor, or not the reactor, but we're gonna build out a disaster of some kind. We thought maybe the volcano. We thought maybe there was a bunch of different ideas, but Cub had that idea of that unfolding prank. And it was so good. It was so good. So good. I think that's a really interesting way of doing pranks, is kind of that unfolding kind of story. And I think the best thing possible that came out of that prank is the little man. That little man, Mumbo. If you look through Iskel's comments, I was watching his video, and it was awesome that he liked the prank. And the comments are all rip little man. Oh, so good. So good. The little man. Poor little Mumbo. It was hilarious because when you zoomed in on Mumbo, he looked like he was like this little man jumping up and down. It was so funny. First Lady, you love the prank. Awesome. Awesome. That's great to hear. That's great to hear. Yeah, that was a fun one. One thing that was good about that one is we split it up into 2 days instead of like worked on it for like 8 hours straight and never left. So we kind of broke it up a little bit, which I think is better. So you're not like, when you're recording, you're not like kind of like getting tired. You want to always be at a certain level. I think that was a good idea because Vex pranks take a long time. Here, hence the Ice Princess Castle over here. This thing, I don't even know. This thing could have taken 12 hours. I think. Here it is. This one was a serious effort. But actually, when people have mentioned their favorite pranks, that one ranks probably the highest next to Jurassic Park, maybe, those two ones. But maybe Iskel's prank is coming in now ahead, it looks like. I laughed hard. I'm glad. I'm really happy you guys are liking it. Oh, back to the tree. Yeah, our tree is looking nice. It's not too bad. Not too shabby at all. Yeah, so we'll build a tree. We'll work on a little bit of landscaping, and then maybe work on either the community area, Hermit Hollows, or the nether tunnel. So yeah, we'll just do a bunch of stuff today. Doing a bunch of stuff today. Somebody's pressure washing outside. How could it possibly be that time of season again when the pressure tools come out? I hate pressure tools. I hate lawnmowers. They ruin my videos. Oh, the worst. The worst. It is the worst. Too much snow here for power tools. You know what? I'd like that right now. Just a whole bunch of snow just to fall on top of people with their pressure tools. And they're like, dang it. Well, I mean, it's not pressure tools. Power tools and pressure washers. Two separate things there, Scar. What did I do? Sometimes I don't even know what I say. Let's see. Don't worry. I had the police car go past my house when I recorded today. So where's Gabe? Where's that silly mod Gabe? So whenever we've had like mod meetings, and Gabe's microphone is on, like not muted. He lives next to like the police station. I think he lives by the fire station.
USS Good Times. This is your Captain Scar, and I want to thank you for subscribing.
Equinos, I think I mispronounced your name, but that's a service I provide. People come from far and wide to hear me mispronounce their names. Thank you so much for the subscription. Very much appreciated. Can we get some new subscriber hype in the chat? Let me tell you about the benefits of joining the Scar Squad. You got your chat badge, you got your jelly emoticons, and you can join us on Discord. We'd love to have you. And remember, you can spam as many of those jelly emotes in the chat as you would like. To me, to you, totally cool. All right? Awesome. Thank you so much for the support. Very, very, very much appreciated. Very, very much appreciated. Very nice. Let's see. Let me check in with the chat. So if you guys have any Q&A questions, you can always go hashtag. My button's not working. My button's not working. My little Q&A thing's not coming on the screen. One more time. No, why is it not working? Oh no, it's busted. Here, hold on. I want to test something. Do these work? Oh, why is this thing not working? It worked just a little bit ago. Huh. Things are broken. It's okay. It's fine. It's not critical. It's not critical. Let me check it with the chat here. Let's see. Q&A Scar, would you ever want gravity boots or an angel ring type thing in vanilla survival Minecraft? Something that gives creative style flight for a really expensive cost. Maybe only a range of a beacon. Ooh, you know, that's an interesting question, Raven. It's an interesting question. I would love there to be some more beacon effects. I think that could be really cool. A creative flight near the beacon. That sounds really cool. I always find that this is something that I found is sometimes when you have like that ultimate power of like flight and stuff, it does sometimes like take away some of the fun like survival aspects of it. I've had that happen in modded sometimes. Like when I've been able to fly, I get a great perspective over building this thing and the other thing, but it just takes a component away from survival that I kind of miss. Like if a mob's over there, I just go fly away. But we do have flight in Minecraft, and I think that's a good balance. I think sometimes Mojang really knocks it out of the park, and I think with the Elytra and the rockets, that's like a really great balance of flight in vanilla. But I mean, I wouldn't mind having a little bit of creative flight in the on a beacon. That would be pretty cool. I think one of the things that I like most in Minecraft, I've mentioned this before, I'm loving this tree. See how I'd place these blocks just real random, haphazard like this, just kind of branches blowing in the wind. What I'd like is if you had an item, and this item is found within villages. And you put these items together. So you have, let's see, I'm trying to think how this works. So if you have something in a temple and you take that item, you have something in one of the pyramids and you take that and you put all these things together, and from that you fight a crazy mob. Like you fight a crazy mob, and once that mob has been defeated, it like sucks it into this box, right? Sucks it in this box, and that box, this is weird, I know. That box, this is hard to do, right? So that box makes it so you can't like no mob spawn within the radius of that box, but you have to feed that box things. So in the box you have to feed it like what did I think it was? Oh, zombie flesh. Like things like that. You have to feed it that so it maintains like a magma torch radius of no mob spawning. And it would only like be like, 50 blocks radius or something like that. But I'd love to have something like a magma torch in there. But make it hard and make it so you have to travel to all like the Minecraft structures in the world to create something, defeat the boss or whatever. I just thought it'd be funny if there was like a creature got like sucked into it or something that it spawned out of or something like that. I just think it'd be cool.
Hey Scar, thank you for all of the inspirational things that you make in Minecraft. Keep doing what you are doing.
Littlebax, thank you so much. Thank you so very, very, very much for the bits. Very much appreciate it. And that was very nice of you to say. I appreciate that. I'm so glad you enjoy the videos and the things we build and all that stuff. That's awesome. So, dodging, weaving the bits. Thank you so very much. That's really nice of you to say. I appreciate that a lot. There we go. Put that down like so and knock that down there like, yeah, that's good. Yeah, nice. Let's put this one over here. There we go. So just kind of adding the branches. Always add root systems. Never forget about your root systems. I see that kind of forgotten a lot in building. Root systems good. Important, actually. Very important. Is that a Yeti Whiskers? Welcome, Yeti. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, Yeti. There we go. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Put that down like so. Beautiful. And let's see. Let's throw those things up there. And nice. Yeah, this is coming up pretty good. Yeah, it was nice making a tree. We haven't made a tree on stream in a while. I can make trees for days. And I did in season 4. Scar, can you give us some terraforming tips? Well, kind of, trying to think of one I haven't done for a while. I think just looking around at some of this could probably gain a little inspiration. When you find like the natural like variations in the terrain, see how we kind of make this little rock kind of slide heading down into the cliffs and really pack it, but don't be spotty. I think that's one of the things I always say, and it's been a problem that I had in the landscaping up onto the platform was I was being too spotty. And what I mean by that is if I just like put a leaf down, I put like a coarse dirt, and then just like repeat this like spotty pattern. but instead you want to like always do it as little veins that kind of grow around. So as you can see, it starts there with the rock and then kind of spreads down and gets wider and wider. So always put the smallest point at the top of any build and then make it wider as it gets down. So that creates the perspective. That's more natural as it starts with a single point and then the rock slides, you know, slowly spills more and more, you know, bows more outwards. It's more natural that way. That's a problem I see quite often when people do things like that, is they do like a line that's just straight down at the same width all the way down. That's not really natural. So always try to expand as you go downwards. So that makes it a little bit more realistic, and also makes the little site look a lot bigger. So that's always pretty cool. Hashtag trees for days. That's right. I wish that'd be a fun little t-shirt. I always think of t-shirt ideas, but I never actually make them. I always think of ideas. I don't think anybody would ever want them. It would just be me wearing them all day. That's like 90% of the merchandise I ever come up with that I never make. It's like, yeah, I don't think anybody would like this but me. It's just be called Scar's wardrobe. All right, let's see what we got here. Q&A Scar, are you ever going to build a base like a skyscraper, which is your base? Yes, that's the skyscraper. And you know what? I've been going back and forth. I've been going back and forth on designs. I built one, and you know what? I'm just gonna do it. I mean, it's not to the exact degree that I wanted, but I think the things that it's missing, I can still do in a way, but just think of it in a slightly different way. So I'm just gonna do it. There's not a lot of time to get stuff done. You know, we got so many more skyscrapers to build. I never quite got to the monorail. Maybe we could still get to that. And I just need to stop getting so hung up over that one building and just do it. You know, sometimes you just gotta do it. Sometimes you just gotta put the blocks or the paper or the pen down and just do something. Yeah, I think I've been goofing with it too much. And I would like to fly and not hop, thank you very much. I'm not a bunny. Oh my gosh. What's going on here? What the heck? All right, here we go. Here we go. I believe in myself. I believe in myself. Here we go. Yeah. My elytra is just fine, thank you very much. I want to get on the top of my tree because it's slightly crooked. Here we go. Okay, here we go. One more time. Here we go. There we go. There we go. Up, up, and away we go. Awesome. Okay, so this tree looked a little bit funky on this side over here. So let's just fill in this side just a little bit more, and we'll be off. We'll be off to additional projects. We'll be off to additional projects. You didn't see anything. I really meant to change that last night, but I was doing something. What was I doing yesterday that kept me from doing stuff? What was I doing yesterday for so long? Oh, I can't talk about it. Never mind. I was like, what was I doing when I should have been changing my skin and a bunch of other things that I meant to do? And then I was like, oh, I was working on something that I can't talk about. Never mind. Secret stuff. Sorry. Is Impulse on? No, I don't know. Just me. We're all alone. We're all alone here on Hermitcraft. We could get up to shenanigans. We could go and raid people's bases, eat their cake, sleep in their beds. That's right. We could do all these things. Secret Scar. Secret Scar. Secret Scar. Secret Scar. Secret Scar. Secret Scar. I wish I could tell you what I was doing in Secret Scar, but I can't. Secret. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. There we go. Oh, quick question now to Epic Art Mouse. Epic, in Procreate on the iPad, can you do like a fill command, like the little fill bucket from Photoshop? Is there an option like that in there? Because I was working on something and I was trying to fill it and it wasn't working. It was making me frustrated. It was making me frustrated. I couldn't really figure a way of doing that. It was driving me insane because if there was like a fill bucket, it would make life a lot easier, to be honest with you. But yeah, let me know if there is or not.
No matter what you build for the Scar Scrapper, it's going to be amazing. Ender pearls.
Christian Pals, thank you so much for the bits. Very much appreciate touching, weaving. The Scar Scrapper. I love it. I love it. I love it. I appreciate that very, very much. Very much. Oh, that made me funny. Secrets are no fun. Secrets hurt. But they're good secrets. They're important secrets. They're good time secrets. That's right. They're good time secrets. This isn't a secret. I've talked about this for a while. I'm still working on that hardcore series. It might evolve into something more or better, because originally it was like just going to be me, and then I thought maybe we could incorporate other people. So still kind of working on that. So stay tuned for that, because I'm flying around because I want to get a better perspective on this. But yeah, I know we talked about that like last week, and I still think we could do that. I think it would be fun, because I know you guys are pretty excited about that. Now, second thing, these aren't any of the secret stuff. Other thing is, I got the most crazy reception with a question that I asked in the last episode. Oh wait, I need coarse dirt. Coarse dirt, where are you? Oh, where is the coarse dirt? Where is the coarse dirt? Where's the coarse dirt? I don't know where you are, coarse dirt. There you are. Let me grab a little of that. Yeah, beautiful, awesome. All right, let's be off. So the thing is, I asked in my last episode, are you guys interested in creative series? The reason I asked that is, when I did my creative series back in 2012, 2013, maybe a little 2014 if I remember correct. Maybe. Maybe. I can't remember if I did or not. But when I asked, the reason I asked that was I wasn't 100% sure. Oh, you guys will be able to see like a good way of doing this, like variation in the terrain a little bit here. So hopefully you get an idea. Think of it as painting. So what I'm doing is adding coarse dirt to vary up the grass, so it's not all green. And the way I do this is similar to what I would think you'd do with the paintbrush here. So you just kind of just go like this. Anyway. I'm trying to tell you guys something. Okay, so the reason I asked about the creative series is I wasn't sure if people were interested in that style of videos anymore. It's something that I really enjoyed was creative series, but there is a point where I was looking for something a little different, and that's why I did more of a Let's Play series. And it's not that I want to change that, it's just that I kind of miss those tutorial series. I miss seeing people like build things that I built. Like that was always the really fun part about creative series, is you would be able to see things that you built that people were inspired by, and they kind of took that idea and they took it off in this other direction, and that's like super fun and rewarding. That you see like, you know, people doing things like that. So I kind of miss that, but I don't know if that's something that people enjoy on YouTube. Like Minecraft's been around a long time. People know how to build things. So I wasn't sure if that's something anybody was interested in. We did try to bring back the creative series with kind of mixed results or whatever once, but there was so much like hype in the chat for bringing that back. So what I've done is I have a house. I built it a while ago. It was called my vacation house because when I would go on vacation, I would make the house and then upload. I would upload it. And never went on vacation. So I just kind of want to make that house. I want to build it. I want to make it. And from the looks of it, at least from the last episode, there was a lot of hype in the chat about it and seeing creative houses again. Because I miss that aspect of like that creativity of creative. Because survival's my home, but I do enjoy a time or two in creative, because sometimes you can come up with some really unique and different ideas when all you have is a palette of materials, and you're just thinking out loud, making stuff in Minecraft that represents stuff in real life, that you're making sinks out of hoppers and stuff like that's fun. And I never got to really incorporate the new terracotta, because you can use terracotta for a lot of things. If you're making, say, a bathroom, a kitchen, things like that, they can be used for backsplashes, they can be used for tile on the back of a shower. Things like that are really interesting when it comes to building. When is Scarland returning? Scarland will return when I have the time and like the help to like take Scarland and put it in a new world so we can have structures. That's kind of a big kind of component of getting that back. Creative with chisel and bits. Oh my gosh. That is probably one of the best ideas I've seen in a while. Creative with chisel and bits. Oh, I love that tree we made. Fancy. Oh man, that's a really good idea. be honest with you. Huh. Big swoops, guys. Big swoops. Big swoops. Big swoops with Scar. My headset is so worn out that it slowly just like tilts over my eyes nowadays. Also, I need a haircut. My hair is getting outrageous. Anyway, that was a side note. It's out of control. I like that idea, actually. That is really cool. Huh. You got me all thinking here. You got me all thinking. Let's see, coming from the Epic of Blue, let's see, 99 Blocks has a builder's mod pack that's mainly for creative. Interesting. Lots of nice mods to build amazing stuff. Ooh, Epic, can you link me on the Discord to that? That sounds super fancy. Yeah, that sounds really sweet. I'll definitely take a look at that for sure. Here we go. Awesome. Man, that would really add like a whole nother level to creative building. Oh wow, I might not ever leave my creative world at that point. I'd just be sucked in, never to come out again. Whatever happened to Scar? He found out that you could use creative mode and chiseling bits, and yeah, we haven't heard from him since. We have not heard. Could you imagine the amount of detail you could create with that? You guys got me all thinking over here. You guys got me all thinking over here. All right, I gotta focus because that got me all excited. Alrighty, cutting this out. I love this. This is actually really fun. This is fun. What is the Discord? Waffle Sheep, are you not in the subscriber Discord? Guys, if you're a subscriber, like definitely create a Discord channel. Connect your Twitch account. You gotta connect. And once that's connected, then the magic happens, and you'll be brought. I think it's all kind of automatic, like, and you'll be brought into the Discord, and amazing things happen. It's super sweet. It's super sweet. Ooh, I just had another good idea. What if that hardcore series was live, like live streamed? Interesting point. I'll have to think about that. I'm just coming up with lots of new ideas lately. Like I've said, I've been restless. I want to do new things, different things. So I've been thinking a lot lately. I actually do a lot of thinking. Sometimes people see me just staring. They're like, Scar, you there? Scar, woo, Scar, yoo-hoo, family. And I don't know why I just did a Frozen reference there, but that's okay. That was the best part of that movie, was that guy in that cabin. He was selling, you know, the ropes and the carrots and all. I was like, why couldn't Frozen have been more of that guy? I'd been down for that. More of that guy. Yoo-hoo, family, big summer blowout. I love that guy. One of the best characters. Underappreciated. I'll tell you this. That guy was underappreciated. Underappreciated. Love the prank on Is Called So Funny with Cub and Mumbo. Grizzly Rain, I'm glad you like that. I'm so glad we brought Mumbo in. I'm so glad. Like, Cub's like, I was like, do you think he probably, what do you even want to do it? Like, and Cub's like, let's do it. And Cub like goes over, messages him. I'm so glad he did, because that was perfect. Just a little man in his boat with his little rose. His little rose. Let's see. He's definitely in my top 5 Disney characters of all time. I know, right? Like, that's my complaint with Frozen, was that it didn't have enough of those cool characters. Like those cool kind of Scandinavian characters, like my grandma. Like, you needed more of those. Like, it needed more of those. Needed more, for sure. Big summer blowout. Family. Don't clip that. Okay, here we go. Let's find the new music, because I just heard that it turned off. Boom. Done. Fixed. Like that. Bam. We're so efficient today. We're so efficient. So I was listening to this interesting podcast, and they were talking about, it had gotten onto like the MMA, you know, like the punching in the cage and the like the bars and stuff. And why did the music not turn back on? Dang it. There it goes. There it goes. Merca's bad. Thank you so much for the bits, dodging, weaving. Thank you very much appreciated. Thank you so very much. Why is the music not turning? You know, it's so weird. I literally have to push refresh like 5 times for it to turn back on. Anyway, back to work. Okay, so they were talking about, in this podcast, they were talking about different, like, you know, the fighter people. And they were talking about them and how they, how some of them have something called, like, what do they call it? Ring? I don't know much about this field, but I found it very interesting because I related to something. I'm looking for some, there we go. They were talking about something called like ring rust or something. So if a fighter hasn't fought in a very long time, you know, they lose kind of touch with everything, you know, the fighting and all that. And I related a lot to that because when I was a swimmer, we used to call it lose touch with the water. Because if you were out of the pool for maybe, well, for me, it was like 2-3 days, and you got back in the pool, the water felt different. Like everything was slightly different. And also I related to that same phenomenon with like streaming too, because like when you stream, there's like 9 million components that you're like monitoring: the game, the commentary, the chat, OBS over here with the flashy lights telling you everything's broken, the music failing, Twitter, all these different things. You're like doing a bunch of stuff, and when you don't do it for a while, you lose that like muscle memory of like looking, doing all these different things. But it was interesting because they were talking about some of the people that are able to just they don't have that issue. Like they were able to just jump right back into the ring and do their thing. And I remember that from swimming was the same thing. Like some people like me, I would get so out of it if I didn't, you know, maintain a constant state of like swimming and maintaining all that stuff. And it's the same thing with like streaming. Like if I took like we didn't stream for a little while, I'm still trying to like get back to the swing of things. It's just interesting. Like some people, like they just instantly get back into it. Whereas what in the world? What is going on in the chat over here? What is going on? What is going on? Let me do a little action over here. There we go. Anyway, I just found it interesting. I don't know if any of you guys could relate, like if you were like sports or you do something that requires like a lot of like muscle memory or something along those lines. Does that ever affect you guys? Like if in your sports, whatever, do you take that little time off and you're just like completely thrown off? Or are you the opposite where you just jump right back in and you're 100% the same as you were? Because I remember those people from like swimming. There was a particular person, like he was always trying to get his national time, and he was always like 1 to 2 seconds away from that particular time. Like he was always like 1 or 2 seconds further. But then on the other hand, he would take like 6 months away from the pool and never get back in. He would come at the last second and just get it, like right there. He was just back exactly where he was. I was like admired that. I was like, how do you didn't practice? you didn't practice. There was no practice. I'll assure you that there was no practice. It's just interesting. There we go. Awesome. All right, let me check in with the chat. Let me see what is all up. Let's see. That's impressibility to just get back into something. It is like, that's just interesting to me because I'm the complete opposite. Like it takes me so long to warm up to something. That's what I find interesting. That's what I find interesting. I don't know. I just found that to be an interesting topic just based on my own experience of like, when I don't do something for a while, I just become a complete disaster. A complete disaster. But on the other hand, if I've drawn something, there's a particular drawing that I've done before, and I've done it a few times because I've tried to like master it. I can always just instantly draw that. Like there's no like, oh, it's not as good, this or that. It's always can draw the exact same thing. What it is it's a sign. It's like a beware sign in like a spooky forest. The reason I made that was that I've always wanted to develop like a villain's land within like the Magic Kingdom. So in the Magic Kingdom at Disney World, there was the Submarine Lagoon, which was like a Nautilus theme, very beautiful submarines. They took it out, unfortunately. And nothing replaced it for a very long time. With the infinite wisdom at the time of the chairman of the parks, he thought it'd be a good idea to, Mrs. Yeti, welcome on the stream. That's a lot of jelly emotes. I like it. He thought it would be a good idea to build playgrounds in the amusement parks. Not, oh God, did I just call it Disney amusement park? Theme parks. And it was such a terrible idea. So they built this like Winnie the Pooh like park, and it was like swings and stuff. And it's like, you know, I don't think you spend like $80 a day to go to a playground. You go to Disney World to like ride rides and like amazing things like that. You don't go and play in the playground. And the whole reason he did that was actually kind of hilarious, but the inspiration behind it anyway. But in that location, I really wanted to build. Really wanted to build
USS Good Times. This is your Captain Scar, and I want to thank you for subscribing.
Exico, thank you so very much for the brand new subscription. Welcome aboard the Starship Good Times, my friend. And let me tell you about the benefits of joining the Scout Squad here. You've got your chat pad, your jelly emoticons. You can join us on Discord. We'd love to have you. And thank you so very, very much for the support. And remember, you can spam as many jelly emotes in the chat as you want. Make sure you join us on Discord. And for all the subscribers out there, don't forget, we are doing mini games on the 11th. It's Sunday next week. Sunday next week after the stream. So Sunday after the stream next week, we're going to be playing mini games together. I don't know what the current poll is, so when you sign up for it, so go on the Discord in the event area, sign up, give us your Minecraft name so that we can bring you in the party for the games on Hypixel and all. And you can also select which game you want to play. So we have a few on there for like, there's Bed Wars, there's Murder Mystery, and Build Battle, I do believe, my friends. So yeah, make sure you guys do that for sure. So let me check in with the chat. Time lapse super fast talk mode. Bumbo Cactodi, I like that name there. I actually mispronounced his name in the video. I called him like Bumbo Rontoni or something. I can't remember what I called him, but it was kind of funny. Cubs just like, oh, Scar. Oh yeah, where was it? Oh yeah. So in that location, I wanted to build. I mean, they've built stuff in this spot now, unfortunately, but I wanted to build a villains area. So the entire land would be themed towards. I don't have any andesite. Sad face. Oh, we got to talk about andesite in a minute. It might make me cry, to be honest with you. So in this location, I wanted to build a villain's castle. So it was a little smaller than Cinderella's castle, but it was very like, had these cool kind of like spires I designed that kind of went up. So everything was a little bit crooked. I think it was almost like not Tomorrowland, but where do I keep things? This is why we can't have nice things, because I never can find it. There we go. Oh, 2. I need more than 2. I need more than 2. Thank you. So it has a courtyard. So you go in, there's like a gate, right? So there's a gate, and there's water coming through there again. So there's a gate, and in it there's like a big villains ride. There's a few other rides. There's a dragon ride. It's more of like a people mover, really. Like it's kind of a ride that takes you around the land, and everything was themed towards villains. Like this is the villains like retreat, the villains hangout, if you will. And ooh, what's this? Hold on one second. This thing is like shooting water at me, and it's driving me insane, and it's making me upset. There we go. Okay. So yeah, that was an idea, and I developed that for a long time, back in maybe 2007 and 8. And some of the drawings, this goes back to what I was saying, some of the drawings that I drew for it, like those just come so natural. I can just go, which is different than what we talked about before with swimming. Like if I was out of the pool for 2 days or something and I get back in the water just feels different. I'm like, oh, I don't know where I am anymore. But let's see, Matt, welcome. It's a long time no see. Thoughts on Tokyo Disney Sky, featuring Pandora, Star Wars, and other space future themed Disney franchises. Whoa. You know, on Instagram, I saw a picture of Hong Kong Disneyland, and it had like this like red section. And it said Disney Skies or whatever, and I was like, oh, what in the world is that? I'll have to look at that up. That was last night. So that's what that is. You know, that makes me really upset. Because I wholeheartedly disagree with Disney putting the Star Wars land in Disneyland and Marvel attractions in the Magic Kingdom and or California Adventure. And the whole time I'm like, these two things need their own land. They need their own room to breathe and expand and have their own universe. They just don't fit in with the Magic Kingdom. I mean, I'm totally fine with Star Wars Land. I'm fine with it. I'm excited for it. I'm looking forward to it and all. But at the time, like, I'm like, this doesn't fit. You're just kind of like shoehorning it in there to, to fulfill like your not obligation, but your something or other. Fill in the word. I can't think of anything. But if they would have done that in Anaheim, built that Disney Sky Park, put all those different franchises in that spot, that would have been fantastic. Put it all in its own park. Kept, I just not that I have anything against Marvel. I just find that Marvel does not fit in. It does not fit in next to Mickey Mouse. These two things have never gone together, and they just do not work together. So putting that stuff like Magic Kingdom and stuff like that, it just go like, oh. But putting it in its own separate park like that, amazing. That's good thinking. If they built that Sky Park, I'd go to Hong Kong Disneyland. I'd be down. I would like to go to Hong Kong. That'd be fun. That sounds really cool if that's the case, because all those franchises don't actually fit in with the core of what Disney is, but having them in their own separate like world, good to me. Good to me. Let's see. I've heard Disneyland in Orlando is pretty good. Disneyland is in Anaheim, California, and Disney World is in Orlando. Disneyland's better. It's true. It's a true fact.
Welcome aboard the USS Good Times. This is your Captain Scar, and I want to thank you for subscribing.
Voodoo, thank you so much for the subscription. Very much appreciated. Can we get some new subscriber hype in the chat? And welcome aboard the Starship Good Times, my friend. Enjoy your chat pads, your jelly emoticons. Join us on Discord. We'd love to have you. Thank you so very much for the support, my friend. Disney World is better. That's killing me a little bit. That's killing me a little bit. That's killing me. I don't know. Recently, I've heard a lot of Disney World people talk about how much they like Disneyland, and I'm like, yeah, that's right. I think Disney World and Disneyland are two separate things. When you go to Disney World, it's more of like a long-term vacation. You got your bigger resorts. You've got you do have your extra 2 parks, 2 parks, 3 parks, whatever. So you have all those different things, all those different benefits, and there's a lot of like more activities you can do. But I find that the quality of food and attraction to be better at Disneyland, plus the proximity. I think the proximity is probably what I like best, is to have Disneyland has more attractions than like 2 or 3 of the what am I trying to say? 2 or 3 parks worth of attractions at Disney World than Disneyland has. Like, there's more condensed stuff in Disneyland and California Adventure in this small spot to do than at Disney World in terms of like attractions. I forgot the actual numbers. Somebody's actually run the numbers, but it's interesting. I just find it to be a little bit better. Now, I've heard that Disneyland cast members are better. See, I haven't been to Disney World since like 1998, so I can't confirm on the cast member aspect, because I think that's something you have to be at Disney at these parks to determine. But I can kind of determine based on rides, because I kind of remember that stuff. Let's see. I'll give Disneyland props on Marvel. I want a Marvel themed park or land at Disney World, as long as it's separate. That's like my thing. I just don't see like Spider-Man in being in a Disney park. Like, there's just something that just never seems right about that. But I'm okay with the Guardians of the Galaxy. I think Joe Rohde made a good decision. We talked about that yesterday. I think he made a good decision. It's a very different franchise than the rest. Adds a lot to it. Scarscriber server. I saw that. I saw that talk up there a little bit ago. I'm down for a Patreon server. I'm 100% down with it. The hiccups that we've had is just kind of getting everything kind of set up, kind of getting it like a continuous is that's not a word there, Scar. Like the continuing like maintenance and upkeep of everything is something that I don't always have time for. Like right now, I'm doing fairly good. Like we're being consistent, you know, videos and all of this good stuff. But my issue is that there are months where I kind of disappear. And my health kind of takes a turn. And when there's like rewards and there's things that need to be fulfilled and this, that, and the other thing, and if I miss those things, that would like devastate me. Like I would never like want like people to be upset because like, you know, I missed something or this, that, or the other thing. So that's always a bit of
Welcome aboard
that's the challenge.
USS Good Times. This is your Captain Scar, and I want to thank you for subscribing.
Manica Bane, thank you so much for the 18-month resubscription. That is absolutely incredible. 18 months. Thank you so much for the support. It is very, very much appreciated. Can we get some super 18-month resubscription hype in the chat? Very, very much appreciated, my friend. Very, very much. There we go. Put that across there like that. So yeah, that's kind of, that's my issue, and it's probably the reason why I never set up. I've actually had a Patreon set up maybe 2 separate times, but never like pulled that trigger on it because of that. So yeah, it's a thing. That's okay. I saw a really weird picture on Twitter. It threw me off for a second. But yeah, I know that I would love to have like a server and, you know, see people building and doing their things on there. That'd be really, really cool. That'd be really cool. That'd be really, really cool. So yeah, it's definitely a thing we need to work on. Q&A Scar, do you like the MLB Major League Baseball? I love how you had to put Major League, like, you know, I think Scar might know what it is, but I'm not sure. I like that. If so, what is your favorite team? I've never been super into baseball. I think it's mostly a lot of sports I'm just not like super into. But I've been to a baseball game once and it was super fun. And I've been to 2 or 3 Blazer games before. I always enjoyed those. It's fun to go and watch like a sporting thing, but to like get really invested in like teams and like actually sitting down and watching like some kind of sporting event, I don't know. That's just not my thing. I'd rather play and or watch in person. Otherwise, I'm not really too interested. I know I'm weird. It's okay. It's fine. Q&A Scar, are you watching the Super Bowl? No. Nah. I don't think I've ever watched the Super Bowl. I don't know. I just don't find it too interesting. I'll play a sporting game like on a console. Like I'm totally down for that. Totally down for that for sure. I was actually talking to my dad about a time my brother brought home his PlayStation 2. So he was in the Navy and he came home for a bit. And he brought his PlayStation 2. Like, I never had a console. So seeing this console was like a whole new world. Like, I was just like, oh my God, it's so beautiful and shiny. And you can play all the games. And so he wanted to play Madden. So I started playing with him. And I'm not the most familiar person with all the football and the plays and the hoops and all that stuff. So So I'm playing it, and he's doing a lot of running, right? You know when they get all up on the line, they're like, "Rrr," and you can either like throw the ball or you can like run around the side and like do a little swoopty-swoop around everybody. I think it's like a running back. There we go. My dad would probably be upset with me if I didn't know that. So yeah, that's a thing. So I was thinking like, okay, so he's always doing this running thing. So what if I just made all the big guys go up on the line instead of them all just kind of being dispersed here or there? So I did that one play where they're at like the field goal and they all go like, woo, to try to catch the ball. So I put them all on the line. And it turns out he was trying to like rack up like running points or something. And I blocked him, like just devastated him. I may have even injured his player, and he lost it. Oh, he lost it. I'll tell you that he lost it. and he's a bigger fella, you know, a Navyman, a rescue swimmer in the Navy, you know, jumping out of helicopters, rescuing pilots and stuff like that. And I thought he was gonna kill me. I thought he was gonna kill me. Oh, I love doing those like unorthodox, is that the right word? plays, so like doing things that are different or whatever, and just really, really irritating people. Oh, it was good fun. It was good fun. Oh, whew, I like that. Just put all the little guys on the line. Eventually, I got cocky and I tried it again, and he just threw the ball, and it was over. It was over. But I had a moment. I had a moment where I did it. Like I totally took it down. Oh, good. I used the correct word, Rusty. I'm glad. Thank you. Look at that. Look at me using the right words. Nice. There we go. Let's put some ferns down. Not enough ferns in my life. Not enough ferns. There we go. Boom. Bam. Too many ferns around. Now too many ferns. Yep, too many ferns. Let's see. Do you remember what Madden it was? I have 10 and 12, I think. It would have been on the PS2 back in around 2003, 4-ish. Probably 3. Maybe 2. Probably 3 or 4. 3, 2. Somewhere around there, I would say. Yeah, I would probably say that. Yeah, I'd probably say around there. All right, so that's looking good. So I think this is decent. We got the ferns rolling. And yeah, okay, that looks good. Let's do one more little brush here. Yeah, love it. So yeah, that was a fun thing. I love going and seeing my brother in the Navy. It was fun. It was fun. He rescued a few people, like pilots who had ejected. Whoops. That's unfortunate. Do you have an Ender Pearl? Oh, look at that. I am so prepared today. Man, hope you guys are proud of me. But yeah, I remember one of the particular times he rescued somebody. It's I think they were, so this would have been around in like 2004-ish, I would say. They were in the Korean Peninsula, I'm pretty sure, and a pilot ejected, and I remember like I guess the pilots, they have like a little dinghy that they can like sit in. And my brother, like, they fly out in the helicopter, and he jumps out of the helicopter and like swims over to the guy, and the guy's just sitting in there like eating a Snickers bar, and like kind of like disoriented a little bit, like just being like, I'm done. That was the last time. I'm done. No more. No more. Well, it turns out I think this is correct. Correct me if I'm wrong for any experts out there, but if you eject from a fighter jet twice, that's the limit. You can no longer fly in like a jet fighter again. Is that correct? Because what I think it was if you eject twice, it's compressed your spine so much it would be unsafe to continue in case you had to eject again out of a plane. Because if I'm not mistaken, it like compresses down your spine. And I remember the guy, he just said the guy was just kind of like somewhat disoriented. He was just kind of like devastated that he actually had to eject from another plane, which meant that his career as like a fighter pilot was over. Let's see. Let me check with the chat. I'm trying to think of any other interesting things he said. So the guy in the middle of the Korean Peninsula just bobbing up and down, eating a Snickers, slightly disoriented. There we go. Grab that. Boom, bam. Click. Boom. Nice. There we go. Let's add like a little bit more of a detail here. There we go. I'm loving it. Yeah, there we go. Let's get a little crazy. Yeah, we're getting rock crazy. I don't know exactly, but sounds correct. There we go. That's right. That's what I like to follow. And you know what? I'm not 100% sure, but I think it sounds correct. Sounds correct. I like it. There we go. Grab that. Boom, bam. Oh, hello there. Hello there. There we go. Awesome. So this is a great idea for rocks. It's just kind of like build it up. Make it look like it's kind of in the ground. Yeah, I think that's good. Trying to still think of any other interesting things from his time. Let's see. Grab this one. Grab that one. There we go. Awesome. I know he was in Afghanistan like the first week of all that, and I remember him saying that they'd actually been in like they'd been going in and out long before it was ever you know, made public that it was, you know, the war had started and all, and they were bringing people in and out like SEALs and all, and he was on those helicopters off the aircraft carrier, and when they knew that the war had started, because when they were flying back out, and this was like they'd been doing this for 2 weeks, they're like, oh, the war started. The Tomahawks, as they were flying out, they could see orange balls whizzing past their helicopter, and like, oh, it started. Weird world. Let's see. Do you miss the density of the hermits in season 4? Yes, I do. I made that. I've made that point a few times for sure in streams. I do miss not seeing other hermits. The benefits of course, you know, the season is we've been able to really kind of breathe and expand and things along those lines. But on the other hand, it does take a lot away not being near others. The closest person to me is Tango. So Tango, I'm loving this rock, by the way, looking super fancy. So if I fly over here, this is how long it takes to be able to fly over to Tango. So I'm still like going. I still don't even count us being close. And now I'm kind of like in his base. Like, that's a long ways. And when it comes to like community aspect, that kind of hurts it in a way, because I think what's really fun about being on a multiplayer is that, and we'll see how far I'm away from Wells now. I just realized that actually I'm a little closer to Wells than I think I am, because if I go this way, it's a little faster. But because I used to, there's Wells. Because I used to always go to the community area and then to Wells. So now we're over at Wells. I mean, we're not like, we're actually a lot closer than we ever thought we were. It was funny. One day we realized that if we actually go this way, we're actually fairly close. We used to always go like a weird opposite direction, but you miss a little bit of the spontaneous nature of being on an SMP when somebody's just kind of doing something. Maybe you somehow incorporate them into your video, kind of like what we did with Mumbo for the prank. And so, yeah, it kind of loses that aspect a little bit. I think that's definitely something we will fix in the future for sure. So yeah, I think we will for sure fix those that issue in the coming seasons and stuff whenever those happen for sure. There we go. Put that down there like so. But yeah, like I said, there's benefits to it for sure. You know, you have room. Like, we built a kind of a ridiculous sized city. But I think there can be ways of almost having both, really. You know, just everybody has like a space, but they're all within a vicinity that if you did launch yourself into the air, you would see 2-3 different bases already. And having a reason to fly. So say you have a central point for a marketplace, some kind of a shopping district. And if you are going from your base to that over and over, if you're flying over multiple bases and seeing how those servers evolving, that's really cool. And I think that's a good benefit for viewers to see too, is, you know, if you're watching one particular hermit and you see another one, you're like, ooh, that's pretty cool. Gotta check that out. And then you start watching other hermits, and it just creates more and more kind of like community feel. And I think we did a lot of amazing things so far in the season, but one of the things is I think it was kind of sad is we didn't quite have like that same thing where it's difficult for me to go and see like Azuma's like base taking shape or False's base. They're so far away. And especially when I didn't have an elytra for a long time in the beginning, and the nether portals and stuff like that, it just felt really isolated. A little less now because we know we can fly. We have abundance of rockets. They have rockets for days now. So yeah, it's a little bit better now because now I can like fly places a lot more quickly. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, I definitely miss that. Landscaping talks. Landscaping talks. Do you guys want landscaping talks, or are we not having landscaping talks? I want to check the map here. Let's see. Oh, here it is. Oh, I should actually expand the map up here a little bit more because we're missing some of the base actually that's being built right now. Ah, interesting. Anyway, away we go. Let's talk about that. Do you like the ugly greenish andesite? Here we go. We're gonna have a little bit of fun time here. So when it comes to this pack, I want to be a little bit more articulate when it comes to saying this in a video. But this is just my thoughts. Now, when I look at what Jasper's done with the items, I'm waiting for the resource pack to load at the moment. I think he did a fantastic job. The bottles for potions, the brewing stands, all of these things, the cauldrons, the furnace, the crafting benches, all these things are fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. But one thing that I still just cannot like fully get behind is the changing of a lot of the main building blocks. The reason I say that is I've been playing this game since 2010, and there are some blocks that are being changed that we have been using for years
Welcome
and years.
aboard
And
the
it's kinda
USS
messing
Good
things up.
Times. This is your Captain Scar, and I want to thank you for subscribing.
Blake One Studios, thank you so very much for the 2-month resubscription. Very, very much appreciated. 2 months, keep up the awesome streams at VidScars. Well, I appreciate that very, very much. Can we get some 2-month resubscription? Hop in the chat. Very, very much appreciated. All right, so I put in the texture pack. Now, there are things that I like. I just feel like there just needs to be a little bit more refinement. So that's the andesite as of now. To me, it adds a little bit more of a very kind of like putrid green with a little bit of purple. And I'm just not 100% on board with that color scheme there. Not 100% on board with that. I do feel like the cobblestone has been improved quite a bit. I think he kind of darkened some of the lines, so it gave it a little bit more shadow, which I like. I think he changed the stone ever so slightly. I like that. I don't mind that at all. But like I said, some of the blocks, like changing the woods, things like that, it's really hard to get behind that when you've been seeing those woods for years and years and you've built so much with them. You know how all of it works with what and different blocks and stuff. It makes it really hard to get behind it. But like I said, I think his strongest suit is building the little items. Wish I could find some in my inventory. I'll pull some out in a moment. But those are just fantastic. I love them to bits. Like, look at that potion bottle. That potion bottle is a thing of beauty, I'll tell you. That is a thing of beauty. And just some of these little things that he's done like that are really, really cool. But it's some of the changes like this are catastrophic in some ways to builders who kind of rely on blocks and the kind of... No! No, but that actually gives us an opportunity to look at this block. Like changing like some of these blocks like really fundamentally changes the game. And I don't know what you guys think of it, but I would highly encourage him to like kind of go back to where we were with andesite. I think andesite was one of the absolute best blocks in the game. You could use it for so many different things. And with that current color scheme, it really kind of clashes. Personally, it just doesn't look super nice. Like, I hate being negative. Like, I absolutely hate being negative. That's why I try to like look at all the things, make sure I point out all the things that I like. Like, I'm totally good with the fern. Like, that literally looks like a fern. Like, I live in fern country. There's ferns everywhere. That looks like a fern. That's beautiful. This looks nice. Like, all that stuff looks nice. But I think when it comes to stones and stuff like that, that's where it really gets me. By the way, I did like the other one, the one you had before. That was better. Did we have a sighting of an Azuma? Hello, Azuma. Hello. Welcome. Let's see. What else can we see real quickly that has changed? I think iron bars are the same. I think this might be a good opportunity to look at this. So when I look at like my walls, so this is something I've been doing forever, is like these cliffs. So we have like the coarse dirt, we have the grass, we have kind of the cliff detail like this. It just sticks out too much. Like, that just doesn't blend in. Whereas before, the andesite was something that you could use effectively to break up a stone wall. Like, create a natural stone face and break it up with andesite. Whereas now it sticks out like a sore thumb. That's my issue with it. Like I said, I think he's going in the right direction with a lot of things. I think the flowers are excellent. You know, the leaves, I think he's kind of playing around with those. Those are looking good. But it's these building blocks like the stone and the wood. And I want to show you the wood now because that's the other one that I have a bit of an issue with. And I'm critical because like this is like my thing. This is like my I don't really want to say job, but it's like I build, like this is like changing like my tools, if you will. The quartz. Let's try to be as positive as we can. Quartz are beautiful. Look at that. I love it. I love it. That is the absolute best block he's changed. But when it comes to this wood, there is far too much like definition. That's not a word. For sure, that's not a word. I'll tell you that. There's too much detail and there's too much depth built into it. When I look at this wood, and I mentioned this before, this wood is not modern, nor is it like medieval. Like, it's difficult to vision this as like a real like modern structure and or like a real rustic structure. It's just, it looks like brick. It looks like brown brick in a way. When I look at like wood in its prior state, it was a very neutral block, very kind of plain. You could use it for so many different circumstances, whereas this, it just doesn't look good in any circumstance. I think it looks nice as a standalone block. Like, if you crafted that in Photoshop, you look at that thing, you're like, that's a nice looking block. Like, it looks nice. But in the concept of a game, in a concept of like a structure and a theme, like modern rustic, it doesn't look good in that sense, if that makes any sense. Like, it looks good standing alone, like, you know, it's competent, like, you know, it checks all the boxes. But when it's in the game, it's far too over detailed. See, I told you I'm not very articulate, because I actually need to like put my thoughts in order before I really like should have talked about this. But yeah, it just, be honest with you, if I were them, I'd say, let's update some of the miscellaneous things in the game. Let's fix up some of these things like this. This all looks really good. The quartz, I really like that. But let's kind of leave some of those fundamental blocks that really don't need changing. The wood doesn't need changing. The stone, for the most part, doesn't need changing. But the glass needs changing. And I always thought that quartz needed cleaned up like this. It just needed cleaning up. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what your guys' thoughts are. I kind of went on a rant there a little bit. I don't know if any of that made sense, but it's just changing that really fundamentally changes the game for me in terms of building, and it's kind of disappointing. Let's see. Let me check in with the chat. I don't know. That probably didn't make any sense. You're like, does he even know the English language? They need to change the chest. You know, it's funny. That is, I'm gonna keep it on for a little bit longer just so we can kind of look at it. That is a particular thing that I would envision them changing, but actually they haven't touched it at all, surprisingly. And it does look like he changed the grass. I didn't realize that at first. I'm not terrible. You know, I'm okay with this. I'm okay with the grass. It's fine. Personally, like, once again, the grass to me didn't need changing. And some of the things did need changing. I 100% agree. Some of the blocks definitely need changing, but the grass didn't need changing. But I'm not opposed to it. It's fine. I'll get used to it, for sure. I'll totally get used to it. But yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Do you like texture packs like Conquest or BOOs? I do. It's something you got to get used to. It to me. I've usually preferred things that are kind of slightly changed. So I actually use a texture pack, and some of the changes are so subtle most people have no idea, but I see them. Like, I changed the hue of sand like very vaguely to a little bit more of a warmer tone. Nobody sees that stuff but me. But yeah, I like it. So I like changing things a little bit, just a little bit. GoodTimesWithScar, are you excited for 1.13 with all the aquatic stuff coming up? Oh my, I am very excited. For years and years, I've been waiting for the day that we get some proper fish. There was a tweet from Notch back in 2010 to 11. It was sometime in like that transitionary time of the year, you know, like November, December, January, you know, that time, you know, you can't remember if it was whatever month. He went to like Hawaii, or he went to some tropical place, and he came back and he said that I was so inspired by the snorkeling. So he was out snorkeling, and he wanted to come back, and he wanted to add life to the oceans, add all these things. And that got my mind thinking, and I think that happens to a lot of people when people say, hey, we're gonna do a big update to something, to say the mountains, and you instantly in your mind start like envisioning what you would think would be in there. And then when they announce what they're actually gonna do, a lot of people get disappointed. They're like, oh, because that's, you know, you built it up in your own mind so heavily. In my mind, I thought we were gonna get like actual fish floating around, maybe sharks, maybe some kind of like coral and plant life and all these things, maybe even a snorkel. That'd been pretty sweet. But unfortunately, we didn't get any of that. I don't think we got anything. I think the only thing we got was a squid. Pretty sure that's all we got was a squid in the end. So I feel like we're finally getting what at least I thought that we were going to get back in like 2000, in the transitionary time of 2000, from 2010 to 2011. So yeah, that is that is what I thought. You know what? I like this. Hold on. Let's stop here for a moment. I like these leaves. I think that looks really, really nice. Good change. Important change. GG. Good stuff. I would say I like the previous birch just a little bit more in texture because I liked it being a little more sparse. Because birch leaves are quite sparse in nature. And then the Guardians. Yeah, well, we did get the Guardians, but that was quite a bit later. Guardians are, like I said before, one of my favorite blocks. Hey, Dallas, welcome to the stream. Welcome. But yeah, I'm very excited about the aquatic update, just because I feel like it'll just add a little life, you know? I just think Minecraft could use a little life, and just hypothetically, say they did add a mountain update. I would add structures onto the mountain. So one of the things I would do in a mountain situation is I would definitely add some kind of a very I love Tibetan like building design, like Expedition Everest to Animal Kingdom. Like I love that style. So maybe something like that up in the mountains. I think that could be really, really cool. Second would be like, it would be nice. I mean, I know this is something that the community has talked about forever.
Welcome aboard the USS Good Times. This is your Captain Scar, and I want to thank you for subscribing.
Dun, dun, dun. Oh, wait, I forgot. Oh, wait, forgot. I love your name. Oh, wait, I forgot. Thank you so much for the 19 months. That is absolutely incredible. Thank you so much for the support. 19-month resubscription. Hey, Scar. Well, hey. Oh, wait, forgot. Thank you so much. Very much appreciated for all that time. That is absolutely amazing. I know this has been something the community has mentioned for a while would be really nice. Is if, you know, there was this talk a long time ago about the red baby dragons or something. So in the chat, or not in the chat, in the mountains, there would be like a nest, and there would be these like little dragons, not like the big one in the end, but little ones. That'd be pretty cool up in the mountains, rarely spawned. That'd be pretty cool. There we go. Put that down like so. Awesome. Yeah. Nice. Let me look at that from back here. Awesome. So as for the aquatic update, what are we getting? So we're getting turtles. Apparently, according to Cub, there's a fella that's been really into turtles for years on the Reddit, always talking about how they need to add turtles, and apparently this guy finally got his wish. So I'm trying to think of how that goes. So there's turtles, there's dolphins, and I don't think we've seen any screenshots and or video of the passive fish swimming about. So that's really cool. We're getting coral. Hey, that's the first time I never just instantly knocked out the dandelion, I'll tell you that. That's not bad. See, there are things that are good. It's just I really, really, really hope they reconsider on some of the larger blocks that are like the fundamental parts of this game. I always try to be negative. If you're ever, here's the thing I learned a long time ago from my dad was, if you're gonna criticize something, you have to come up with like a solution. And my solution, so if you're gonna criticize something, you got to come up with like a counter and or solution. My solution is maybe kind of leave it the way it is. I think it would be good. I think that would be good. I would prefer that. I like the updates on a lot of stuff. You know what? The block form in this doesn't look bad at all. Can we just get this without all the purple and green? And maybe scale the like that scale or whatever, those big things kind of look like scales. Scale that down a little bit to smaller pieces. I like the color scheme on this. I totally get behind on that. That looks nice. That looks really nice. Just don't like the other version. Let's see. Oh, by the way, he changed the glass. It looks really nice. Looks really nice now. What was I here for? Oh, grass. Oak leaves into my inventory. There we go. There is passive fish in the video. Oh, there is? I must have forgot. I must have forgot. Committed pizza. I like it. Now you made me want pizza. Now I want pizza. Now all I can think about is pizza. Delicious pizza, important pizza. Pizza is life. Minecraft needs more things to fill in the worlds. Yeah, for sure. For sure. You know, they've tried for, ooh, wow, I'm gonna have to put my own tops on these things. You know,
welcome aboard the
Iskall?
USS Good Times. This is your Captain Scar, and I want to thank you for subscribing.
Iskall of 85th Street. Thank you so very much for the 31 month resubscription. That's incredible. W as in Will or Wink as Andy from The Office. R as in Rusty. Oh, what does this mean? I don't know. I'm so confused. It's a riddle. It's a rhyme. It's very confusing. Now I'm confused. Iskall, thank you so much for the resubscription. Very much appreciated. Can we get some super awesome Iskall of 85th Street hype in the chat? Can we get some hype in the chat? There we go. Put that down like so. Grab that out. Boom. There we go. Awesome. Let's see. Oh. I just realized what it was. Wait. W-A-R. Oh, you rapscallion. He wants war. Oh. Well, I don't know if he knows, but I have a cat army, and I also have a farm. That I can produce as many cats for my army as possible. Think of it as the Clone Wars from Star Wars. Just constantly producing more and more cats everywhere. Just more and more. Many more. Just everywhere. That's pretty funny. That is pretty funny. War. You know, we would have been so down to help. Like, you know, when that thing was going off and the sirens were going, you know, we would have been there. Like, we would have been there. But unfortunately, when we were looking through our bookkeeping, the Vex bookkeeping, we noticed that Iskall just never paid any tributes to the Vex at the cathedral. It took us 1,000 years to build that cathedral. 1,000 years. And the people who did pay tribute, we would have helped for sure. We would have totally helped. I mean, Python, what a great man, great important man, the Vex. Vex hold Python in great esteem because he offered us great things, important things, really. Azuma actually disrespected the Vex with his offering, but that's okay. That's okay. At least he made an offering. We need to do some AFKing at the cat farm for sure. It needs war. There we go. Put that. Oh dear. Maybe he should take a trip over to the Vex Cathedral and see his grave. Oh boy. I'm kind of worried now. He's on the server. I don't know if you guys know, but I've actually tried to kill Iskall since season 4. And I think I counted it recently. Iskall's killed me 15 times amongst different servers. And I've never, ever actually got him back. I've tried. There was one time, it was on season 4. I just finished up my stream and I think Cub was streaming. I know Ren was streaming for sure. And I joined them as we went on this hunt for Iskall. We were pretending we were like Top Gun. So there was like Goose, Maverick, and Iceman. And we all had our sunglasses on and we were flying in there with our bows and we were shooting. Iskall laid wreck to us. He laid wreck to us, but that's not gonna affect the war. No, because I've got cats this time. I got a cat AFK farm. I gotta have all the cats that I ever dreamed of. All the cats that I ever dreamed of. I'm getting used to these leaves. Like I am getting used to them. They're not terrible. I think the leaves are something you're just gonna have to kind of get used to. Oh, do you guys want to see a weird glitch? Watch this. I don't understand this glitch. Watch this. This is weird. All right, here we go. Wait, that didn't work. This will work. Here we go. Wait, why is it not working? There we go. Look, all the torches are gone. All the torches are gone. But if I update this, they come back. There they are. They're back in my inventory. It's magic. It's magic. All right, let me check in with the chat here. Iskall's gonna get you. No, I have a secret. You see Iskall? He's coming down here. Watch this. Escape. I'm out of here. Down into my caves. All the way gone. Nah, can't touch me. Escape routes. I got escape routes here. I got escape routes. Whoa, jeez, almost hit my head on the basketball court. Also, he wouldn't want to brave the cave down here because there's disorganization monsters. Definitely wouldn't want to head down here. No sleep. I'm pretty sleepy. I can tell you that. I'm pretty sleepy. Yeah, it's sleepy time. It's sleepy time, I'll tell you that. All right, let's check in with the chat. Q&A Scar, what would you think of the developers made a thing like normal Minecraft world like it is now, but then there was another world options like RPG style world with more structures and more mobs? Huh. Would that more be like a portal? So like you would go out of the current overworld and into another one with more structures? That'd be pretty cool. I've always thought this. I've always thought this when it comes to Minecraft. This is interesting. Was there a zombie apocalypse? Oh, wow, I butchered that word. What is it? We're almost at 2 hours? Close. That's when the words start getting butchered, by the way. Was there like a zombie, thing happened here in the world? Because zombies wear the same clothes as the Steve character, right? And so that leads me to believe that we're the last. We are Legend. We're Will Smith. Like, yeah, right. We're Will Smith in I Am Legend. So it would be cool if like you went to another portal where all your peoples were, because villagers aren't us. Like they're another like species, right? They got the big noses and stuff. Like we're a different cat. So I feel like our creatures our people are now zombies, and we're the last of our kind. At least that's how I actually did the unofficial storylines of Scarland was that there was like a disaster and we're the only ones left. Let's see, do you ever think we will get slabs and stairs for all the blocks, or just the ability to add some ourselves? So as far as I know, there is going to be an ability to do that. Sorry, I hit my microphone. Add stuff ourselves. But as there was a tweet by the Good Jeb saying that there will be a wider array of stairs and house slabs in the game. So our dreams have come true. Our dreams of half slabs and stairs for all the blocks are true. I wouldn't think it would be. Oh, go. Jeez. Whew. Oh man, that scared me. Oh my gosh. Okay, what's going on up here? What in the world? You just can't sneak up on a guy like that. Okay, what are we doing here? No, these are precious banners made of silk. Highest quality silk. The highest quality. Hold on, I got something in my inventory. Where is it? No, I have it. No, I gotta get it. No, this is our retaliation. Oh shoot, where did I put it? Where did I put that thing? We gotta get something. Oh, we're gonna get him back. Oh no, we're gonna get him back. Oh no, where did I put it? Oh, I stole his TNT. I stole his TNT. I got his TNT. Oh, I got. Oh, he has more. Dang it! Where is it? I have a revolution banner. Dang it! Where is it? I have a revolution banner. No, where is it? No, I had it. No, it's gone. It's gone. Where did he go? Where'd he go? Where is it? Shoot. We gotta find it. We have to find that revolution banner. I stole it from his base. He had more. I'll tell you that. Okay, where is it? Where is it? Where's that revolution banner? All right, here we go. Where'd it go? No. Oh, I saved this thing for a special occasion. This is those times. This is those times that, you know, you wish you were just a little bit more organized, you know? Oh, we lost it. We lost it, but we're gonna hold up this sign. We're gonna hold up this sign. We're gonna hold this sign proud and honor the Vex. May the Vex be with you all. May the Vex be with you all. All right, where'd he go? All right, where'd he go? What is he doing to my cat? My cat is not liking whatever's going on here. Oh man, this is war. These are fighting monuments. These are fighting monuments. That poor brave cat. That brave cat. That cat is going to be a martyr, I'll tell you that. Oh, that's dirty. Oh, that's dirty business right there. That cat had feelings. That cat had a family. That cat had a family, I'll tell you that right now. Oh my God. Oh my God. That cat had a family. That cat had a family. Oh, wow. Just wait. Oh, just wait. Willie, Alex, and Richard. I'm so slow sometimes. I'm so slow. That is shocking. Revenge will be had. Revenge will be had. Wow. We're gonna have to. You know what? Oh wow. This is just dirty business right there. That's dirty business. We're gonna have to turn the disgusting. Yes, disgusting. I know. We're gonna have to set up over here at the Cat Defense Force. We are gonna have to set up. This is gonna become the war department. That's right. This is gonna become the war department. We don't have all this gunpowder for nothing. Disgusting. Cruelty. And he just leaves like that. Deco Royals. I'm not that bad. Let's see. Oh man. That is just a lot of shock happened there. Every time a cat dies, like I feel it in my soul, like right here, like right there.
Hurting a cat is unforgivable.
That is unforgivable. It's unforgivable. I mean, sometimes natural occurrences happen, like the lightning that killed the cat the other day. But that was intentional. That was cruel. And that chicken didn't help him at all. Chicken didn't help. Didn't help at all. All right, we're gonna have to convene. We're gonna have to have a Vex convening, and you know what? We're gonna have to conscript some people. I think we're gonna have to conscript some people. You know what? I think we're gonna have to bring in some deputies. Some deputies. I think that we will have to do. We're gonna have to, yeah. Cat. He's still killing cats? Wait, where did he go? Wait, he's still killing cats, guys. All right, hold on. Let's grab our food. Let's get the dandelions. See, I had like dandelions in my hands. I'm not ready for war. My city's not meant for war. My city's meant for great things, not war. I'm just walking around with flowers in my hands. Where is he? Where is he? He's still killing cats, isn't he? Oh, I'm gonna get you now. All right. He may be just doing some psychological warfare on me, just making me think he's killing cats. Freaking me out. Get me all rustled. Get me all rustled up here. That's what I think he's doing. If I could find that Vex. Oh, if I can find that Vex banner. Let's go check my chest. See, this is a calling. This is a wake-up call, if you will. A wake-up call to be more organized. Where did that banner go? Where's that banner? Where is that banner? Oh, this is driving me insane. I kept that on me that entire episode. No, yeah, found it. Perfect. Oh, by the way, I finished the bridge that we tried to do in the last stream, and I may have spawned a ghast. And I don't think it destroyed anything, but eventually it despawned, and all was well with the world. Oh, he's not even on the... See, he psychological warfared me right there. He wasn't even on the game, and he was talking about killing my cats. It's called... He fights you on two fronts. I'll tell you that right now. Fights you on two fronts. Fights you on two fronts. Okay. All right, we're off to the Vex Cathedral. What in the world? No, abandoned ship. No. The Bumbo. The Bumbo. Okay, I died there, but that made me laugh. Oh, this is the sleepy, sad Twitch music plays in the distance as we get wrecked. Oh no, he stole the burner. No, where's my stuff? This is one of those times, guys. Being organized pays. Being organized pays. No, 16 deaths has been accumulated under the treachery of Iskall. Oh, come on. Oh, this is those times. No, the banner. Oh, I'm just not cut out for war. Oh, he's gone. This is war. This is war. Oh, this is war. Stole the banner. So he appears. All right. How about this, Iskall? We have a piece of cord. We have a piece of cord. We have a piece of cord. We all come together. No need for war. No need for war. No need for war. An alliance, if you will. An alliance. You know, yes, the Vex killed all the other factions and took over the server, but there's always room for others. There's always room for others. We could all come together. We could all come together. Yes, pizza accord. Yes, I'll bring the pizza. You bring the peace. You bring the peace. I think that sounds like a fantastic idea. We'll have a meeting of the minds at the Vex HQ. Actually, no, that's secret. Only Vex can enter. Oh, at the cathedral, if you will. At the cathedral, we'll have a meeting of the minds. Stole the banner. Stole the banner, but you know what? I'm gonna have the last laugh. I'm gonna go to the Vex Cathedral. You know what? We're gonna go over to the Vex Cathedral here. We're gonna pay respects. Oh my God, this place! Somebody decorated it for Christmas. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Oh no. Oh, I have not seen this in person. That's actually hilarious. That's actually hilarious. There's candy canes in here. But I'm gonna pay my respects to the great Vex above. Vex, almighty Vex, how are you? Good. Peace offerings. And wolololo. Respects to you, wololo. Respects to the great Vex. The great Vex above, we will honor you. All right, let's go back. Let's go out back here. We'll go out back to the graveyard here. False did that. Yeah, I forgot False did that over Christmas. To the great graveyards in the back, here lies Vintage of Beef. Here lies ZF, Stress Monster, Mumbo, Joe Hills, False Symmetry. Oh, and a creeper. Tango. All right, we're going to have to add Iskall now to the list because we did prank him. Oh, no. Get out of here. Awesome. Okay, and where is... here it is. Here lies the Revolution. The Vex destroyed the Revolution, and I can see the Revolution is trying to make a comeback. They're trying to make a comeback. The Vex will not have this. They will not have this. We crushed the NHO, the NWOTC, or whatever it was called, and the Revolution. The Vex will always come out ahead. They might get a lick or two on us, but we'll always win the war. We will. So, my friends, I'll leave you with that. The Vex will prevail. We'll dig them another grave, and they will be buried within it, just like they were before. They will. All right, my friends. I hope you enjoyed today. So, like I said before, 2 streams again. That's right. What is this? The 3rd week in a row we've had streams 2 times a week? I think it's the 3rd week, if I'm not mistaken. Rip the HBO. I know, those poor fellows. Extinct they are now. Yeah, I think this is the third week we've had streams, and consistently, we're back on track consistently with 2 Hermitcraft episodes a week. This has taken like almost a month and a half to get to that point, but we're back. We're back. We're slowly getting back on track. It was an incredibly rough, horrible last couple months, but we're slowly getting out of that hole. We're slowly getting out of that hole. Extinct like dinosaurs. Hence the dinosaur prank on them. Anyway, guys, I very much appreciate you all coming out and enjoying the stream. And for all the mods, thank you for everything you do. Fist bump of awesomeness. For everybody who subscribed and resubscribed and all of the bits, very much appreciated. And everybody that's new to the stream, welcome. It's great to have you. And if you haven't yet, definitely hit the follow button. Make sure the notifications are on because I don't stream super often, only twice a week. And make sure those are on so you know when I go live. And yeah, so thank you so much. If you haven't followed, we're getting so close to 40,000. Like we're getting there. We're on the prowl. We're getting really close. So it is raid-in time, and I do believe the Ren of the Dog is streaming. So let's go and raid Ren Dog.